We've got BamBam signing copies of Cutie Pie for us.
Yeah, that's like perfect.
The podcast isn't going anywhere because I have a tattoo of it now.
And then the door starts beeping and I literally was like... The writer days, aka the best days, at least in my opinion.
So talking about the days that I lovingly refer to as the writer days, the writer chronicles, which were the different days in Thailand that we hung out with our different BL writer friends. So like novelists and series writers. We had, I think, 3 different times that we were hanging out with BL writers, which is honestly wild to think about.
So on July 8th of, oh my god, at this point it's last year, but July 8th, 2023 is when we finally met up in Thailand with Jamie and Ronnie. If you don't know who Jamie is, she's a BL author who we have been friends with for a while now. She is the writer of the Secret Admirer novel and also a Hot Bammy, which hopefully, fingers crossed, is going to be turned into a series very soon. And Ronnie is kind of her right-hand woman when it comes to translating all of her novels and stuff into English. So as you can imagine, this meeting was a long time coming, especially for Pixie, I feel like.
Everyone who knows me knows that some of the most fun interviews or interactions I have on this podcast is talking to writers and directors of the BL shows. So going to Thailand and having the opportunity to talk to so many of the writers that I've been talking to online before, like Jamie and Ronnie, these absolutely amazing women, and just getting to experience Thailand with them was unforgettable.
This was also the day that we did candle pouring with Nut from Secret Crush on You.
That was fun. That was candle making. Oh, hey, surprise! Still, oh, why are we in the sun? Backtrack. Where are you going? All right, we keep.
Welcome to Thailand.
Thank
Here's
you.
the real Thailand.
Yeah.
The sun is like burning all around.
Jesus.
Jesus Christ.
Literally, it's so bright. But yeah, we just did candle making. Everyone have fun.
Yeah, that was fun. I found a good place.
Yeah, awesome. Definitely found a good place.
And as you guys saw, if you watched the candle pouring video, Jamie and Ronnie were in that video with us along with Jamie's daughter. Obviously, you know, Nut is going to be starring in Hot Bammy, so they were part of the candle pouring day with us. But before we did candle pouring, we actually met up with Jamie and Ronnie and Jamie's daughter for lunch and to just kind of hang out and meet each other for the first time.
Regrettably, we don't really have any footage or videos from the time that we were just hanging out, not really filming for anything. Honestly, that's probably a good thing because the amount of tea they spilled in the food court was...
The area that we got off on, the metro, there wasn't a lot that was around that was open at the time we were meeting up. So it turns out there was a mall nearby. I believe it was Rama 9. Don't quote me on that because it could be very wrong. But I believe it was Rama 9 Mall that was close by. So we ended up just taxiing over there. And when we got there, we were kind of trying to figure out what we wanted to eat. And it turns out there was like this food court where you kind of like preload a certain amount on a card. And then you can basically go to any of the restaurants within that food court area and pay with the points or money that you prepaid on the card. So we decided to do that so that everyone could kind of, you know, get what they wanted. Everyone had different food needs and wants. And this place kind of had something for everyone. So we decided to go there.
But I really did have so much fun just hanging out with them. And Jamie's daughter, me and Jamie's daughter bonded over our love for cinema roll, or rather our obsession with cinema roll. It was actually so cute. Like the whole time she was showing me like photos of cinema roll merch that she has and like merch that she wants to get, and I was showing her my little keychains on my bag and being like, oh yeah, I got this from there. It was so cute. I love her so much.
We had to go to candle pouring after that. We were honestly kind of running a little bit late if I remember correctly. So we got back in our taxis and of course hit all the traffic in the world. The taxi I was in with Heather and Ronnie, like we did not have any major chaos. The other taxi had some stories.
Okay, so what happened was that we were getting into a taxi. Me and Kayla and Jamie and her daughter. Me and Jamie got in, and then suddenly, like, I just hear her just like, ooh! And I'm just like,
That's how you know.
now? What happened? Like, she got the whole entire door of the taxi stuck in the like pavement, like side
On the curb.
on the curb, yeah, and it was so stuck you couldn't move it.
Like literally he got out and pushed from that way and I pulled from the other way and then he shooed us all out.
Yeah, he ended up like shooing us out of the car, and then the door closed fine. So the weight put it down, so that happened. So we had to get like another taxi, but it was fine.
Yeah, that was our time with Jamie and Ronnie. We spent a lot of time just talking about, you know, Jamie's projects, talking about Hot Baby, talking about just like life in general, our experiences that we'd had in Thailand so far. It was just really cool to be able to talk to them because obviously we've talked to them a lot online. They've been on interviews with us. They've helped us with interviews with their casts. So just like being able to sit and talk to them as friends was really cool. Yeah, they're just like the most lovely people. Both Jamie and Ronnie like deserve the absolute world, and that was my takeaway from that hangout.
Before we met BamBam, I think that was the day that the morning we interviewed Moss and Bank. Hi, there's Cam, our interpreter. I'm here too. And Alexa and Kayla and Pixie's in the background. We just met and interviewed Moss Bank at Hunter Village, which was really cool. I don't know what else to say. They're just the best people ever. Gam did amazingly.
You're gonna be like excited to see their podcast. Like the content of it's like, you know, it's Moss Bank.
Exactly. Gam took us very quickly to the bookstore so we could buy Cutie Pie, so we could get BamBam to sign Cutie Pie. And so we got that book real quickly. Like we went from MBK Center right across to I'm pretty sure it was Icon Siam, and then right up to the bookstore, which is like the top floor of the bookstore, top floor of the mall. Quickly grabbed all of the novels that we wanted. And of course we bought like loads of novels, not just Cutie Pie, because like at the bookstore, it's a BL bookstore, of course you're buying all these books. But yeah, we bought the Cutie Pie novel super quickly and then took it with us to be BamBam.
You guys want to know something funny? Near the end of our trip and as we got settled back at home, we reflected a lot on just like all the people that we met while we were in Thailand. And of course we were asking each other, who's your favorite person we met? Who's your favorite person we met? And for me, BamBam was my favorite person that we met. Long time, short time, whatever time viewers know that Cutie Pie is my shit. And so getting to meet the author who wrote Cutie Pie was like, it's honestly indescribable. In general, as someone who has always considered myself a writer and who really appreciates those people who are behind the scenes when it comes to production of series, I just really love and respect BamBam, and I think she's so cool, and that what she created is seriously gonna live on. Like, I will make sure it lives on, girl. Don't you worry.
And then yeah, we met BamBam at the other mall, and we got to just like spend time with her. But yeah, we did this like cute little Fansign moment, which was amazing. She wrote little messages to all of us in the like all individual messages in the book.
We're at a Fansign. We've got BamBam signing copies of Cutie Pie for us. How are we feeling?
Well, now that I found out that this is like the 8th edition of the book, I'm like, where is the first one? Bring me the first one.
Get Kayla a first edition copy for her collection.
3 is okay. If BamBam has 3, I'll settle for that. But what I really want is 1.
How are you feeling? Very happy.
Why I'm so shy now. I'm more giddy for this. I'm so fond of
I'm so shy now.
she just said to Kayla, "You are so cute." And that's all the validation I needed. I will never feel self-conscious ever again because BamBam, the author of Cutie Pie, thinks I'm cute.
It was really fun. We did this like photo booth with her, and like all 5 of us trying to squeeze into this tiny little photo booth was like insane. BamBam just became like our best friend. She's like, you know how we've got like best BL boys or best boy of the podcast? I'm pretty sure BamBam is best girl of the podcast.
She took us to a hotpot restaurant, and that was my first time trying hotpot. That's not a thing in Norway at all. And I've seen it on TV before, but never tried it. It was life-changing. The food was top-notch, and I loved every second. BamBam is the sweetest, kindest woman ever. Heather and BamBam were hitting it off, and that was like a tiny romance. It's Heather and her husband and BamBam now.
And then another funny BamBam story that is not necessarily connected to the day that we hung out, but is connected to her novels. So the day we were all kind of set to leave Thailand, it was like the evening. Heather and Michael were leaving at like midnight, or we're leaving at like 9 o'clock for a midnight flight. And Kayla and I had to leave like really early in the morning for ours. But like, so Heather and Michael were packing, and we were like getting ready to have like our last dinner and stuff. And Pixie comes out and she's like, BamBam is sending us copies of the Naughty Babe novel via like motorbike delivery. So she had just like, you know, ordered a motorbike delivery to send us a bunch of copies of the Naughty Babe novel. And we were like, is this motorbike taxi delivery gonna get here before Heather and Michael has to leave? And it did. So we all also got copies of Naughty Babe that were fresh unopened copies from BamBam's personal stock that she had at her house. That was just like a really cute anecdote of her like rush delivering us Naughty Babe novels before we all left Thailand. But yeah, that was our time with BamBam.
Speaking of Cutie Pie, that transition. On July 12th is whenever we met Maya and Ploy. And if you don't know who they are, Maya is the screenwriter of Cutie Pie, and Ploy is basically her writing assistant. I would also consider her a screenwriter, honestly. This was another moment for me that just caused me to go feral. I really don't know how else to put it. It's one of those things where like you have to act calm. You have to. But like internally, I was freaking out because I was like, this is the person who screenwrote Cutie Pie. Beyond even the story, I love the way that they executed it, you know, and the screenwriting is a big part of that execution.
We actually did an episode on the pod where we talked to BamBam, Maya, and Ploy all together, our Cutie Pie Writers Roundtable. Plug, if you haven't watched that yet, go watch it because it was a really fun interview. But we met up with Maya and Ploy, and that day we kind of wanted to go do something. So we decided on going to the Grand Palace to kind of do some more like cultural, historical sightseeing, because at that point I believe it was the 12th and we hadn't really gotten to do anything of that nature yet. We met them at one of the BTS stations, and then we did my personal favorite part of that whole day, which was taking the ferry to where the Grand Palace was. So I just thought that was so fun. It was so cool to kind of see Thailand from the water, and also it was like nice and cool and refreshing because we were on the water and the boat was moving. We were getting that nice like off the water air. It was probably the most cool we were that whole entire day.
When we got off, I remember it was so hot. Oh my god, it was so hot. And then we realized that we had to actually walk from the wharf to the temple. I swear to God, that was the hottest day that we were in Thailand, right? Maya had this like spray. The brand name is a snake, or there is a snake on the spray, but it's like this menthol spray. 10/10 recommend anyone going to Thailand get this like menthol spray. You cool down so quickly.
So we were all really hot by the time we even got in there, and it was really packed. Like you could not get anywhere without running into another person. It was a beautiful place, like seeing the history and the temples and the architecture. And they had like these historical like paintings along the outside walls. Like it was absolutely stunning to see, and I'm really glad that we got to go and do some more cultural and historical stuff. But it was so hot and so crowded that I think we lasted maybe like an hour or an hour and a half.
I was so excited to finally actually visit a temple. I'm an extremely spiritual person. Like, I'm literally wearing a chakra bracelet right now. So even though I'm a pagan as opposed to a Buddhist, it was honestly kind of life-changing to be able to sit in silence. You feel so grounded, literally, because you're sitting on the floor, you don't have shoes on, you're just kind of taking it all in, this beautiful architecture, and just thinking about the stories that are being told in those art pieces. And I did find myself actually praying when I was in there, because I was just like, wow, LoveCast is in Thailand and we're just having such a great time. Like, yeah, it's a little stressful, a lot of stressful actually. Let me not downplay it. But it's moments like those where you just stop to take a deep breath and take in your surroundings and just think about how you might like this little life.
It was around lunchtime at this point, and we were like, it's literally the middle of the day. It's the hottest part of the day. We are all sweating and tired and hungry, and like, we need to eat. We all went to this like restaurant that was really close to the temple and got things to eat and everything. And then it was super cute. We actually had this little like fan sign with Maya and Ploy. Actually, oh my god, I totally didn't even tell you. So this entire time that we're touring this temple and spending time with Maya and Ploy, Maya was actually giving us all of these like random little presents.
She did say throughout the day.
Thank you.
I'm split about this. Alexa. Whoa. Close your eyes, close your eyes. Yeah, that's like perfect. So Pixie, give you John first. Cute. Maya has been spoiling us. All the spoils, all the presents. More. All the presents. Oh, there's more. Look how red I am.
I nearly lost my mind, not because it was so hot that I felt like my skin was melting off. Do you know what this is? This is the little photo book from Cutie Pie to You, like the box set. As soon as Maya pulled this out of her bag and we all realized what it was, everybody's necks snapped to me, and it was just a given, like totally a given at that point, that this was gonna belong to me. I'm sorry, it's not gonna belong to us collectively, it's gonna be mine. Just the gesture of giving a gift to someone that I feel like you barely know is really meaningful to me. But I have this added layer of emotion attached to it because Maya ended up writing a really sweet message in here. Dear Kayla, cute to finally meet you. Come back again. I will take you to see the cuties. The cuties are Z and Nanu, by the way. To this day, in this moment, when I read that, I feel like I want to cry. Not because I'm like, oh, this prospect of meeting Z and Nanu or something like that, but just because I felt like we had made a genuine friend. And I feel like that is an overarching theme with these writers that we met, is that they became, if they weren't already, genuine friends to all of us.
I'm pretty sure all of us think that some of the best moments were things like this, where we literally had these like little fan sign moments.
And so like we were at the restaurant for a while just talking and chatting. Maya and Ploy had to go back for a meeting at a certain time, so we didn't get to spend the whole day with them, but we spent like most of the morning into the afternoon with them. So I do still have my entrance ticket from the Grand Palace. I think it was 500 baht to enter, but if you were like Thai, you could enter for free basically. But yeah, they were so lovely. I don't know what else I can say about everyone other than the fact that everyone was so lovely, and like hanging out with these people who we had like more formal interview settings with a lot of the time, and just being able to talk with them so casually and comfortably was really nice, and it made for like a really cool experience while we're there. And I'm just like really grateful for all the things that they gave us, and them taking time out of their own busy schedules to like hang out with little old LoveCast. That was our experience with our different writer days, our different writer trips.
Okay, I have to talk about this tattoo business. So near the end of our trip, Pixie was scheduled to get the LoveCast logo tattooed on her arm. She also got a separate tattoo from Doctor Who, I believe. Oh my god, Pixie, be proud of me for remembering the name. But the appointment was in the evening and I did go with her.
We had a fundraiser for this Thailand trip, and a lot of people were nice enough to donate. One of the donation goals were me getting a tattoo of the podcast logo, which I did. Can you see it? Woo! Kayla came with me so that I wasn't all alone traveling around. We took the train. All Day Tattoo was the tattoo shop. Before we came to Thailand, I found them because their website talked about how they're foreigner friendly, like English friendly. It was very easy to get an appointment. When we got there, they were really nice. So we finalized the art and figured where to put it, and I got to meet the tattoo artist afterwards. I'm good at guessing.
Where did you get your pants from?
American Eagle.
Oh, okay. I don't even say America. I can't.
Yeah, I did see you have like an American Eagle here.
Yeah, here you go.
We don't have it in Norway.
Oh, really?
Really?
You might find it in like the capital, but not in like other cities. Yeah. Yeah.
I think so.
And just sat in a really small room that was filled with like 5 tattoo artists all tattooing. Music was on. They were playing like some sort of like a rock Thai bands. It was awesome. I have another tattoo that's from like I got in Norway, and it takes over. It's like a sleeve, and everyone was very fascinated. So that was fun. Like, it's always nice to come to a tattoo shop where other tattoo artists are admiring your former tattoos. The one on my arm was especially made for me, so it has a lot of meaning to me. So that was nice. But I think like getting the tattoo, it will always make me remember the Thailand trip. It's a good looking tattoo.
Hi guys! So we are in, where are we? Hong Kong? Yes. Yes. To get my tattoo. Or we already got it because it was too awkward to film this intro before now. We've been to the tattoo studio, got the tattoo that was the fundraising award thing, and it was really fun. I mean, I didn't feel a lot, it didn't hurt at all, and it turned out really well. So one moment the train is passing. So yeah, it turned out really well. It didn't hurt. The tattoo artist was great. It's forever memorialized on me now. Memorialized sounds like the podcast died. The podcast isn't going anywhere because I have a tattoo of it now, and we can never end this now. No, never. Not. I did get a tattoo number 2 for myself. Doctor Who? Doctor Who. Dalek. I was super excited because I love tattoos. Like, clearly I have tattoos. I love just like watching people get tattoos. I think the artistry that goes into it is so cool. So I was very excited to go and vlog Pixie literally getting our logo tattooed on her arm. Like, that's kind of crazy. Unfortunately, the place was very small and very packed, so they didn't allow anyone up in the rooms that wasn't actively getting tattooed. So I kind of had to just sit in the waiting room. But I decided not to just sit in the waiting room. So I was like, how do I utilize 3 hours instead of just sitting here and staring at the wall? So I went on Google Maps and I was like, hair salons, because this whole time I've been wanting to get a haircut, but we just haven't had time. So So I was like, I'm going to utilize this time and I'm going to do something that I usually wouldn't do and try to navigate somewhere in a foreign country by myself, which is very bold of me. But I found this place that seemed reputable. And so I walked there. It was like a 12-minute walk, which isn't a lot, but in this heat, feels like a lot. I also had to cross the road twice, and it's like the busiest time. Like everyone was going home. And then I had to go down this really narrow alley, and I was like, am I going the right way? But I found it, and they were really nice, like literally the best salon experience of my life. Like they did so many things, and it ended up being the equivalent of 20 USD for literally everything, like haircut, hair treatment, hair, all of that. And I was just like, this is amazing. But anyway, our train is here and it's very packed, so we're gonna cut this off. When I last left off, our train arrived, so we had to stop. I walked up to the salon. They were playing the song Code by Shiny, and that's like a B-side song. Like that's not a title song. I was like, this is perfect. It felt very coincidental, very serendipitous. And then whoever was playing music there, it's like they took all of my favorite K-pop songs and played it. Like they played Taemin's song Drip Drop. They played like this like EXO CBX song that I really like. It was just like, I was like, this is like catered to me. Also, I lost my nail. I don't know why. I think in McDonald's. And it's so funny because when I went in, I don't know if she's the owner or like the manager, but she was like, okay, what do you want done? And I was like, you know Hani from New Jeans? I want that haircut. And then she was just like, okay. Coming back was so scary because it was dark in the alleyway and there was just a bunch of men everywhere. And me and Pixie were saying like we're so used to getting catcalled and stuff, but like we haven't had that happen here, luckily. So I was like, okay. The walk was like maybe 12 minutes. I think walking back I took like 8 minutes or something because I was running. And then we almost missed our stop.
Yeah.
Coming back because we were talking about how streamlined everything is here. Like with the tattoo, they have a specific person that does a specific thing, like an assembly line. And then it was the same way at the hair salon. And then we were just too invested in our conversation. And Pixie looks up and she's like, is that our stop? And then the door starts beeping. And I literally was like, she ran out before me, by the way.
Yeah. Dude, she was sitting. She was sitting.
Imagine if the doors closed like in front of your face and on the other side.
That was our joint tattoo and hair salon experience. And I love that our activities literally took the same amount of time to the point where when I walked through the tattoo door, she was walking down the steps.
We just like met, our eyes met across the store and we were just like, whoa.
Literally perfect.
Yeah. I hope you guys enjoy our vlogs from Thailand and please support our next trip as well. Thank you so much to everyone who supported with donations or just by watching our content. I never thought we would have these experiences and I'm so grateful to be a part of this and so grateful for all the amazing friends that I've gotten from this, and the community and BL in general has done so much for my life and for me as a person. So yeah.
This is our final vlog from Thailand, which is wild to think about. But thank you guys so much for coming along with us on this journey because it has been quite a long one. And something tells me the next one is going to be even longer. If you ever want to see the full unedited versions of all the Thailand videos that we put out, they're over on our Patreon. But thank you guys again for watching and supporting us, helping us even get on this trip. It was the most fulfilling time of my life, and I'm sure that the others would, I was gonna say they would agree, but like, I don't know if Thailand could go against like getting married and having kids and like Me, I have nothing else going on, so Thailand was the most fulfilling time of my life. Until next time, I will see you guys, and we will all see you guys in the next video. Bye!
And I'm trying to talk while these people just walk past, so this is fun. This is the perils of filming in your car.
Ma'am, now is not the time, ma'am. Yeah, it's not the time to play with that. I'm just trying to record.
Okay, let's see what I can remember.
Okay, take 300.